Okay, Gulia, are you ready? Well, I'm not 100% sure it's going to work, but a jolt of electricity might help you speed up your normal pace of zombie speech. Now to attach the electrodes. Too bad you don't have neck bolts. Frankie, I feel weird all over. It worked! Gulia, you're speaking normally. Am I? I'm feeling all tingly and my brain synapses are firing all at once. Whoa, I think I should probably sit down. Oh, go ahead. Just fall back into my beanbag chair. Frankie, this is amazing. I just did my advanced calculus problem set in my head. Oh, and I think I just solved Loschmidt's paradox in physics. Oh, Mgul, this is so exciting. We could publish the results of our experiment in a scientific journal. Oh, Frankie, I think I know how to make time travel work. All we're missing is the element of... Oh no, Gulia, what's happening? What's going on? Did the effect wear off already? Oh, Gulia, I'm so sorry. But you know what? That was just our first try and it was a success. I promise you we'll work together to find a way to make the effect last longer, okay? Can I buy you a mummy mocha at the Coffin Bean? Okay, a zombie shake it is then. Let's go! Hi, it's Dolls, Toys, and Games Gal, and I've just finished creating a dorm room for Monster High's Frankie Stein. This was a video requested by many of you, so I'm really excited to finally have gotten it done, and I can't wait to show you what I did and then do a couple shoutouts at the end. So let's get started. Like all of my Monster High dorm rooms, this one for Frankie Stein started as an empty shelf, a foremost large open cube, which you can get on hayneedle.com or amazon.com. This is the wallpaper that I chose for Frankie. I found this on Spoonflower, and I used Mod Podge to attach it to the shelf. And then I'm using Frankie Stein-themed tapefitti to cover up the margins between the tops and bottoms of the wallpaper and the shelf. And I kind of deliberately chose to make them sort of patchwork because you know how Frankie Stein is sort of put together or stitched together. And then I wanted to use this bed, but it's too high, as you can see. So then I thought, okay, if I remove it from its base, maybe that'll work. Well, at that point it was then too low. So I decided to customize it slightly using these soap stirrers and these doll pins and doll pin stands and this silver metallic duct tape. So first I covered all the soap stirrers with the duct tape, and then I painted the doll pins in silver, and then I basically made this design by inserting the soap stirrers into the doll pins, and I actually made 2 of them. Turns out I didn't need the doll pin stands. Then I hot glued them to the bottom of the bed and I raised it so it looks kind of like a laboratory bed. Now I'm ready to put on the floor. I chose this black and white felt and I've added that to the floor of the shelf of Frankie's room, and then I realized that we're missing some yellow, so I got these stickers that are yellow lightning stickers and I put those on the wall. Now I'm gonna make her own wardrobe. So I took these lightning wood shapes and I painted them in yellow and I outlined them in black. Then I cut up some cardboard like so. Then I took some leftover pieces of the wallpaper and I Mod Podged those to the sides of the cardboard pieces. Then I hot glued the cardboard pieces together like this, and then I hot glued on the 2 pieces of yellow and black lightning to either side. And that's how it'll look when it's finished. Now I just have to insert in somewhere to hang her clothes. Here's giving you a side view. So to make her a place to hang her clothes, I took these 2 blocks and this dowel rod, covered everything up in another piece of Frankie Stein tapefitti, and I'm taking one of her new outfits. I think this is a new Frankie Stein accessory and outfit pack. And I just basically hot glued the dowel rod to the sides of the wardrobe and hung some stuff up. And now it's time to make her windows. I'm taking a Hobby Lobby window and painting it yellow. Then I'm using this background from her Power Ghouls box, and I'm hot gluing it to the back of the window and now adding it to this side of the wall. To make her curtains, I'm going to use this leftover piece of silver tissue lame. It was really inexpensive because it's a remnant, $2.19. Went to Home Depot and bought some nuts and bolts. And then I basically hot glued the silver fabric over the nuts and bolts like so. And I'm hot gluing that combination over the window. But then I want to kind of hold the curtains back, so I'm using this nut and bolt as curtain stays. So there's my finished curtain set. Then I decided to make her a beanbag chair using my Froggy Stuffs video as a guide. Except I'm not going to use needle and thread because I can't sew. I'm going to use hot glue. And to stuff the chair, I'm going to use these pellets that are also used for Beanie Babies. So like my Froggy Stuff says, I lay my doll down and I draw 5 ovals because I'm basically using 5 pieces of fabric. And then instead of sewing these together, I'm hot gluing each of the panels together like so. So I've hot glued 3 of them together. And I think that'll end up being okay. I'm hoping and crossing my fingers. So now I've hot glued all 5 together, and now I have to turn it inside out and pour in the pellets. Okay, so I've turned it inside out. I mean, you know, it looks like it's well stuck together. Now let's pour in the pellets and see what happens. Okay, I have poured in all the pellets and hot glued the ends together. I actually had to pour in every last pellet. I didn't think I would have to do that, but the entire bag went in there. And I actually think it's going to look quite nice, especially when I turn it over and do this. All right, let's put it in her room under her window so Frankie can read by the light. And let's put Frankie in her beanbag chair. Wow, she fits really nicely. Thank you, my Froggy Stuff. And for the rest of the room, I just kind of put in Frankie Stein's vanity and a few items from, I think, one of the Create a Monster packs, so that it looks like she has her own personal lab in her room because she's into science and all of that. And of course, a few pictures of her friends, and we are basically done. All right, time for a few shout outs. I'd like to give a shout out to Carrie Wright, who I know collects Frankie Stein dolls, to Ginger Locks, and Rhea Abigail Lara, and Applewhite Forever After, and finally to Aljosha Wolf. All of you asked me to make a Frankie Stein room. If you like this video, please subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos, and thank you all for watching.